Okay, so another auction thing. It's a Peavey Pacer. Probably around the same time, late 70s maybe. Just turn down our volume just in case it wants to explode. Is that a push-pull? This is an overdrive knob. So our controls are preamp, volume, overdrive, which might require a foot switch, I don't remember. Bass, middle, treble, and reverb, okay, and a master volume, main volume. Good. So, okay, so we turn it on. I did get a healthy thump. Let's give the main volume on, I don't know, a little bit. And then, okay, good. So this one wants to work right out the hop. Got a little bit of crusty in that. A lot of crusty in that volume knob. The overdrive knob doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe it's a 1-channel, 2-channel thing. Might require a foot switch. Don't know yet. Okay, and then reverb. Hey, it works. Okay, so we're off to a way better start than I would have imagined. It looks like this amplifier has smoked a few packs a day, judging by all the yellow goop on it. It doesn't smell like that though. It doesn't. Let's take a look at the back here. Somebody has been here before. The power switch has been changed, more than likely. It probably had a very similar power switch to what it still does. And then I think this fuse holder was added at a later date, because they've got this chopped. The other possibility is that this actually belonged at the bottom, which it looks like it more likely did, and then somebody just decided to switch the positions of the panels, perhaps. And then had they not switched the positions of the panels, they wouldn't have had to do that. But you know, it is what it is. And see, we got our RCA transistors hanging down here. I think they're RCA. I mean, this thing's probably the same generation as that TNT. Probably very similar power circuit. And a Black Widow speaker. That's pretty cool. So we're off to a good start with it working, but we definitely need to clean it. I mean, this body, I mean, it's yellow, man. So we got dirty pots and a big yellow mess. So I think I'm going to take this apart and like scrub the cabinet like I did with the TNT. The Tolex is actually in better shape than it was with the TNT. And like, see, we already have like the off on designation here. So why did we put this additional big washer? There's a couple of questions, some things I'd like to do to tidy it up. An externally mounted fuse as opposed to an internally isn't a horrible idea. I don't hate it. And you know, I can't uncut wood, but we'll see. It's already got a grounded cord, and we'll check the foot switch to see. I think that probably puts it into overdrive mode, and then I can put together a foot switch for it. And the nightmares begin. So in an effort to remove the speaker, it seems like we're going to survive, but in effort to remove the speaker from the cabinet, it felt like it was really glued in place, and you can see the gasketing material has separated from the basket. It unglued from the basket, but it stayed adhered to the wood really, really well, thus sort of dislodging the rim of the cone. But it doesn't look like we ripped the cone, and it looks like it's still actually aligned, so re-gluing that is a possibility, but just what I needed, right? Okay, so I re-glued the speaker. Hooray. Voice coil's not dragging, so we should salvage. We're gonna vacuum the dust bunnies and crap out of it. And I cleaned the cabinet. Okay, so we already determined that somebody put an aftermarket switch in here, and it's one of these with a bunch of screw terminals on it, And then they apparently used medical tape after they twisted wires together. I don't know if these are even soldered. Let's see if we can see if they're even soldered. Kinda. Kinda soldered. And then we have a wire off of our transformer here, which is red-black, that's just wrapped up in masking tape, and it's been chopped off of this. Something is not good. I'm not liking this. So we need to correct this. I do have the correct original style Carling switch that would go in a Peavey, and I have the schematic that shows the way this should be mounted in there with the transformer wires and their respective colors. So I think we'll be able to do this. Okay, so our replacement power switch is in the factory style, so it's all soldered in, and we don't have any bodge wires and no medical tape and no masking tape. That's a lot closer to the way it would be from the factory anyway. There's an extra winding coming off this transformer that goes to those terminal strips. It's not doing anything. I have a feeling maybe it ran a light, but I don't know. The light here is it's a neon, and it runs on the 120 volts. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose, because nothing was hooked to that before and things work, so I'm gonna just not ask. And I don't see it on the schematic. So I need to get a speaker hooked up to this and figure out if the foot switch is required to put it in overdrive, and then I think we'll be okay. Okay, so anyway, what's kind of cool is the it looks like, since these are both the same type of transistor, NPN, I think, yeah, they're NPN. Wait, NPN or PNP? PNP. I know you can tell by looking at these, but I don't remember, okay, just forgive me. But they have this inverting transformer in here, which is kind of cool. And since I'm not sure that I got the footage correct, the foot switch is required for the overdrive, I do believe. So we'll just redo that test just in case. Let's see. So noise, overdrive noise. So yeah, I can definitely hear the difference. So the foot switch is doing the foot switch thing. So I think we're going to be cool. Clean the pots and put her back together. Yay. I don't know if you can see this, but I started cleaning from this side, and the letters are actually silver. And we've been cleaning and cleaning, and then we get over here and we're like, the silver is yellow and the knobs are all like poop brown, even though the one's supposed to be white. It's funny, this thing doesn't reek of cigarettes, but it sure heck looks like it's been exposed to a lot of them. And before we finish putting it back together, I'll show you this has a QC Electronics folded line reverberation device in it. It's just a reverb tank, but it's manufactured by beautiful girls in Milton, Wisconsin under controlled atmosphere conditions. Alright. Anybody want to apply for a job? Okay, so they were correct to call the overdrive. It's not intense, so I've got it turned way up so we can actually really hear it do its thing. But I have the volume at like 1 of 10, and this thing is plenty loud. And overdrive. Probably a little more treble than we can handle, so let's back that down a bit. So it has that infamous this fizziness that one gets with solid state distortion, but I'll tell you what, just thinking about it from a clean standpoint, if I wanted a pedal platform or something like that, this thing has lots of bass, lots of treble, lots of mids. I mean, there's a lot of control there in there. It's got a decent reverb. We're at half on the reverb, but let's see. So I mean, decent reverb, plenty of volume, not particularly heavy. You know, as a clean platform, I think we're awesome. The overdrive circuit, you know, some of the early Bandits and things like that, you either love it or you don't, but I'm not mad at myself for taking the time to fix this. Let's put it that way. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.